Hey guys, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and we are back today with TBU Season 3, week number 5, and this week we're going against Quill, aka Skilo, and the Juventeis. Quill is one of my most favorite people in the entire world, so I really recommend you go and check him out. He has his battle up already. I'm recording this today on Friday, and it's going up on Friday just because I've been really busy lately, and I don't really have an excuse other than that, so I've been busy and I'm recording it today, and hopefully it's not going to be too long. It's not the longest battle in the world, which is really, really nice. So before we get started, I want to apologize. The team builder yesterday was very, very rushed, and it was no bueno. So I apologize about that. I will go over my team somewhat briefly here at the beginning in case you didn't watch the team builder, but I just want to apologize for that again. Also, remember that this is like a post-live com type thing, so I've already had the battle, and I just post live com so that I can actually explain my thought process without needing to do a live com, because I couldn't do a live com and blah 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 blah. So with that, all that good stuff out of the way, Quill, he's currently 3-1. We are currently 4-0, and Quill is second in our division. We are first, and we need to beat Quill, because if we lose to Quill, he actually has a chance to be on top of us, depending on how much we lose by if we lose. So we're going to try to not lose. We're not going to try to lose any week, so that's kind of be the main objective. Plus, if we win this week, we have a potential to clinch a playoff spot, which is also pretty cool, since we're only in week 5 and there's 8 total weeks. So we definitely don't want to lose this week. I'll go over my team really quickly here. My team is, the team that I'm bringing, it is Electros, it is Umbreon, it is Mew. Oh, it's AV Electros, by the way. Defensive Umbreon. It's kind of like a defensive Mew. Its main job is to get up rocks. We have a Scarf ENTEI, standard Mega Lopunny, and an Avalugg just to spin away in case he brings Galvantula with sticky webs. So that's the team. I really do like that team against Quill's team. I think it's good against the 9 that he has. If you saw the team builder, you would know which 9 he has. But anyways, so that's the team. And I feel like I should say something else, but I don't know what else to say. I think that's just about everything. I was really looking forward to the battle because I've never actually beaten Quill like fairly. I beat Quill last season, but it was because he misclicked. That's the only reason I won. So it's kind of like I want to actually win. Also, I played Quill one time before and he destroyed me. So I actually want to win this one without the help of hacks. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's get into the battle. So Quill's team. His team is right now it showed up. Okay, so Quill is bringing the Mega Charizard Y. He's bringing Galvantula, Druddigon, Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Togekiss. So he brings the 6 that I was expecting. No for Alligator, of course, because it doesn't really match up too well against my team. He's not bringing the Sableye, which is awesome. No Chople counter shenanigans or something. He's not bringing the what was the other one? He's not bringing Medicham. He's not bringing the Medicham, which is also pretty cool since the Medicham is actually a little bit scary to the team. So looking at his team, his only Lopunny switching is Togekiss if it's defensive. Druddigon cannot take 2 high jump kicks, of course, and Lopunny actually OHKOs T-Tar and Excadrill and Galvantula with a high jump kick and or return, and it can actually take out the Charizard with the fake out and a return combo. So Lopunny puts in a lot of work, which is awesome. So that's kind of what we're going to aim off. Remember, the game plan for this match is to get up Stealth Rocks with Mew and then Lopunny just clean up. So let's get into this battle. Now, I decided to lead with Electros because Electros is just a really nice lead against the team. He doesn't have a way to OHKO the Electros unless it's Mold Breaker Excadrill. So we're going to leave that, or like Banded T-Tar, I think my OHKO is. But anyways, he's going to leave Galvantula. Now, it's pretty obvious he's not going to stay in because he doesn't really want to take a Flamethrower and go down to his Sash if he is Sash. But I couldn't take the risk of him staying in and setting up webs and us going for a Dragon Pulse because he's going to go out to Druddigon if he swaps. That's his only switch in. So I ended up going for the Flamethrower, not the Dragon Pulse, because if you stayed in and got up sticky webs, going for the Dragon Pulse would only do like 45%, and that's not enough damage to actually punish that Galvantula, which we need to punish him if he wants to get up rocks, or not get up rocks, get up webs, so that he can't get them up like later, because with only getting off 45%, he's still going to be really, really healthy. So I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. He ends up bringing out the Druddigon, and I should have went for the Dragon Pulse, but it's fine because we got a crit and a burn, which is awesome. That makes up for not going with my gut, I guess. It doesn't really make up for anything, but I mean, that's pretty cool. That's nice. I'll take it. Because we burn basically one of his 2 counters. It's not even a counter to Mega Lob, because Mega Lob still 2 OHKOs him, but we burn one of like the only things that can actually switch in to Mega Lob somewhat, because if he was like Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, that would be kind of annoying. So that's really nice. I'm going to go to Mew so we can try to get up our rocks along with him, but he actually goes for the Facade, not getting up his rocks, which is really interesting. I thought I'd get up his rocks, but he goes for the Facade instead. He didn't run Facade week 1 against Jim, so Facade's, you know, not anything crazy. So I'm going to set up my rocks because rocks are nice. He ends up swapping out, not setting up his rocks, going out into the Galvantula. And at this point, I don't really want to stack the Mew just yet. He's probably not going to go for the Bug Buzz, though my only switch into Bug Buzz is like ENTEI, honestly, because he's Life Orb. He revealed the Life Orb when he went for the Volt Switch, which is really, really cool to know what his item is. We know that this thing's not Scarf, so we know Lopunny takes this thing out. Lopunny takes out the Druddigon because he can't switch into Rocks, Burn, and High Jump Kick, which is nice. Then, so I'm just going to go out to ENTEI because, like I said, I expected the Bug Buzz if he's going to attack me, but he ends up going with the Volt Switch, which is a really nice play on his part. He takes Life Orb Recoil, of course, and let's see who's going to go out into. I was thinking, okay, he's probably going to go out to like T-Tar, maybe Driller if that's like Jolly Scarf, or maybe just Driller in general if that's Scarf, because he might want to try spinning right now. So if he goes out to Drill, I think I would just go for the Sacred Fire because we are Scarfed. So unless he's Scarfed, Jolly Scarf, then we'd actually kill him. And also if he tries going for a spin, if he is Jolly Scarf, then we'd kill him. So it's kind of like a win-win. If he goes out to Driller. But he ends up going out to the T-Tar, which is, you know, what I expected. And he reveals to be Unnerve for the Colbur Berry, possible Colbur Berry Mew. We are lefties, of course, not Colbur Berry, because we do have Sweet T-Tar anyways, unless he's Scarf. If he's Scarf, doesn't do too much damage, blah, 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 all the good stuff. So, I don't want to keep ENTEI in right now. I could Sacred Fire and try to get the burn, but even a Stone Edge is still going to take us out, even if he's burned. So, I want to swap out, go to Umbreon. Umbreon's a nice switch into this thing. Plus, I was kind of expecting him to be special. Like I said, special Specs variant with Dark Pulse actually OHKOs Mew. So if he's special, getting a burn really won't do anything at all. So I'm just going to go into the Umbreon as he ends up going for the Stone Edge, revealing that he's physical. And I calc the damage. He's definitely physical. I don't remember if I calced Adamant or Jolly, but I know he's definitely physical. So that's interesting. And looking at how much damage that I did, a Superpower will not take us out. I just hit something. I hit it like a paper. A Superpower is not going to be enough to take us out. So I'm going to go for the Baton Pass. Predicting him to swap out, or even if he goes for a Superpower, we can bring the Lopunny and we can start to kill things, because after High Jump Kick and the Rocks, Togekiss doesn't want to take an Iron Tail, so it's honestly, like, Lopunny cleans up if we can get Lopunny in on the T-Tar. If he goes for a Superpower right now, I think Lopunny just wins, like, it just wins against the team, because we know that the Galvantula is not Scarf, we know the Druddigon's burned, and T-Tar, we know that he's going to die to a High Jump Kick, and we outspeed it anyways, and honestly, Lopunny just, like, it destroys. It KOs Charizard after the Rocks, too. And it's just, if we get the Lopunny in right now. If we can get the Lopunny in right now. But he still has the Driller and I think it's just the Driller. That, is it? Oh, no, Driller and Togekiss. That's right, Driller and Togekiss. So he ends up bringing out the Togekiss. I was saying Driller because Driller, if he's Scarfed, he can hit the Lopunny. And Togekiss, because if this thing's Scarfed, he can also hit the Lopunny. But if he ends up bringing out the Togekiss right away, so I can't bring in the Lopunny, which is unfortunate. I mean, I could bring in Lopunny and fake out to gauge how much it does, but the better play, in my opinion, is going out into the ENTEI, because if he tries to defog right now, if he's defog Togekiss and not Rapid Spin Driller, if he tries to defog right now, then, because like if he is defensive and I fake out with Lopunny, I'm going to have to swap out because an Iron Tail won't take him out. So I think the best play is going to going out into ENTEI and going for Sacred Fire, because if he does try to defog, at least it won't be on a switch out, so we can actually like gain momentum. And plus, if he defogs, you would probably get a burn and be enough to 2 KO the Togekiss. So we're gonna go ENTEI. Like I said, we're just gonna fire off a Sacred Fire. He doesn't really have a switch in because T-Tar gets burned, Char dies, Druddigon probably gonna get 2 KO, Galvantula dies, Excadrill dies. So we're just gonna launch off the Sacred Fire. So he basically can't defog unless he T-waves and like gets pairs and all that annoying stuff. He's not gonna be able to defog, which is really, really nice. I'm expecting a switch in if he's like defensive T-Tar, because we haven't really, all we know is that he's a max attack T-Tar. That's all we know. So he might be like max HP or something. But he has to bring in the Druddigon, which is going to be a switch into ENTEI, and it's not a switch in. It's not a switch in. Even though we're not even banded, it's not a switch in. It's going to be enough to do a KO as long as we don't miss. And thankfully, we don't miss. And down goes to Druddigon, and now his only way to beat the Lopunny is like, well, I mean, Druddigon didn't really beat Lopunny, but it can get Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, and Sucker Punch damage, which is, you know, something. So his only way to beat the Lopunny is like Scarf Drill crit, or maybe like Sandstorm Drill, or defensive Togekiss. Those are only 2 ways to beat Lopunny. Lopunny cleans up the rest of his team, which is T-Tar, T-Tar, Galvantula, Charizard. He kills them. So With that being said, T-Tar comes in, and I don't want to Sacred Fire and go for the burn. We know he's physical, but it's just not something I want to do, because if we don't get a burn, we lose ENTEI, and I want to keep ENTEI around as a backup check to the Charizard Y in case that thing starts going crazy. So I'm going to keep ENTEI in the back, and I'm going to go out to Mew expecting a Stone Edge. But, what did you know? He goes for the D-Dance, and now I'm thinking, okay, this is bad. He doesn't know that we're not max defense, though, so he's probably thinking a Crunch won't take us out. So I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, because he's probably going to DD again. And he's probably expecting me to go for like an Aura Sphere. He can't take an Aura Sphere, I believe. Actually, the Sand's not here, so I don't know if he could take an Aura Sphere. But he might be expecting that, and he might be like max HP, so he might live it. So we're just going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp and try to burn this bad boy. Plus, if he goes for like a Stone Edge, if he doesn't have Crunch, we can Wisp this thing and burn him. But he's not going to be a threat anymore. So let's Will-O-Wisp this bad boy. We go for the Will-O-Wisp, and Lumberry T-Tar. Oh my goodness. Okay, so +2 attack, +2 speed T-Tar's on the field right now. How do I not get swept by this thing? I don't know how I don't get swept by it. He asked me to Lopunny. He asked me to Lopunny now, which is bad. He's definitely going to go for the Crunch this turn. So, I basically have 2 plays I can make. I can either sack Mew, go into Avalugg, and try to Toxic this thing, because we do have Sturdy, so we can't take a Stone Edge. Or I can go to Avalugg right now, which is what I choose to do, and get some Rocky Helmet damage off. Guaranteed Rocky Helmet damage off because he's going for the Crunch. He ends up getting a crit with that Crunch, which is unfortunate. And we can end up banking on a Stone Edge miss, or going for a Superpower to get some more Rocky Helmet damage, or just crunching again. Though I don't think a Crunch would take us out, so you'd have to Superpower Stone Edge. Depending, well, if he has Superpower. We don't know if he has Superpower yet. He hasn't revealed it. So Stone Edge probably is going to be what he's going to go for, because he might not want to reveal the Superpower. So I'm just going to go for the Toxic, hoping that he misses the Stone Edge as he ends up connecting. Gets another crit. I don't think either of the crits would have ended up mattering, because Crunch plus Stone Edge at +2 definitely is enough to take us out. So now I'm thinking, okay, we can go Lopunny and start faking him out, but it's only going to do like 10-ish%, and that's not even if he's invested. If he's invested, it's going to do even less. So what I'm going to do is go Umbreon, because he can't KO Umbreon with the Stone Edge. Since +2 Stone Edge does like 143 damage, and we're at like 146 HP, something like that. If he's Jolly, it does 143 max. So if he's Adamant, it would be a roll. So I'm going to go to Umbreon. The only way, like I said, he can take us out is going to be with a Superpower. So, and if he goes for a Superpower, he's going to lower his attack by 1 and his defense by 1, which can end up being really, really good for us. So let's go Umbreon. Plus, if he doesn't have Superpower, we can get off a Foul Play, which is going to do like, I think it does like 40 or like 35-ish%, something like that, because he's at +2 now. So we're going to go Umbreon. Yeah, we have 145 HP, and it does 143 max. So we can take a Superpower, or not a Superpower, we can take a Stone Edge, so he has to go for Superpower. As he reveals the Superpower, and Umbreon is dead. Now this is unfortunate. We just lost 2 members, like, back-to-back from this T-Tar. But he is at -1 defense now, which, you know, that's something, we still have Electros, Mew, Lopunny, and ENTEI around though. So I'm going to go Lopunny. I'm going to start getting off this fake out damage. It's going to do around 15% since he is at -1 attack. Plus, we've seen his entire moveset now. We've seen Crunch, we saw Stone Edge, we saw Superpower, and we saw the DDs. So his only way to take out Lopunny is going to be the Superpower. So he's basically guaranteed the Superpower again. So I could go Mew on this turn, but I don't want to risk him predicting that and going for a Crunch. So I'm going to go out into Electros, since we don't really need Electros anymore. So I'm going to go out to him. He's going to Superpower. We're actually going to live the Superpower, which is kind of crazy, though. It's not going to end up mattering at all, because he can just Crunch and then take us out. It's guaranteed to hit anyways. I could go Lopunny, but it just wasn't worth it at all to risk the Superpower, because we need Lopunny to kill this thing. So he's at -2 defense now. We can go Lopunny. We can fake out. And he's also at neutral attack now, because he was at +2 and he went for the Superpower twice. So he's at neutral attack. So I could have gone out to Mew and went for the Will-O-Wisp again, but I just didn't want to risk missing that. So what I ended up doing is going Lopunny and then going out into Mew and trying to Will-O-Wisp him, because he's definitely going to go for the Superpower this time. I don't think he would predict me to go out into Mew. He could, because it's a very obvious play, but I don't think he's going to. He can't really risk it, because if he takes out the Lopunny, he probably just wins. At least he thinks, because he doesn't know my ENTEI Scarf yet. So we're going to go Mew. Now he's at -1 attack, and we can just go for the Will-O-Wisp, and 2 turns of burn damage. We'll take out this T-Tar, so we don't get swept. Our thinking cap, it finally came in handy. I love putting on the thinking cap. I love it. I'm just kidding. I hate putting on. I don't like thinking. So we're going to Wisp right now. Even if he goes for a Crunch, he's at -1, and the Crunch is going to do like 50%, and then we can burn him, and then we can take another one for sure. But he just goes for the Superpower in case I swapped out to Lopunny, which, you know, fair play. But we're going to burn this T-Tar, and T-Tar's burned, and we have a decent chunk of HP on the Mew, a decent enough chunk to where Excadrill cannot Oko us, which is nice. Excadrill does about 50%, a little less than 50%. I think it's like 45% with EQ, or like 40-ish%, something like that with EQ. So we can take one and then soft build up, and then probably take two more and then wisp him and then anything if need be. So what I want to do is I don't want him to get his Galvantula in on this Mew because he can set up sticky webs. So I'm going to go to the Entei. I haven't revealed the Scarf yet on Entei. He just knows that I'm not banded, judging by how much damage it did. That's all he knows so far. So I'm going to go Entei. He doesn't go for the Stone Edge, thankfully. I know he wasn't going to go for the Stone Edge. He's either going to go for Crunch or Superpower. He didn't really have another play. And even if he went for the Stone Edge, he'd have to connect it. And, I mean, he probably would connect it, but you never know. He's going to go with Galvantula, just like I thought. We're going to Sacred Fire. We reveal the Scarf. We Sacred Fire. We take out the Galvantula, which is awesome. He doesn't get up webs, which is really, really cool for us. I believe, actually, if I was banded, I think a banded ESP would have taken him out anyways. But he's going to go Togekiss now. I don't really want to swap, because I don't want him to defog, because if he defogs, then Charizard can actually be a really big problem. So, I want to Sacred Fire. If he's defensive and he goes for the defog right now, we can Scarf Sacred Fire the Charizard, and then Lopunny Fake Out will take him out after, or if it doesn't take him out, we just sack Mew and then come back in and Fake Out if need be. That's if he doesn't have Roost and predicts that, of course. But or also we have Mew with T-Ball, so we have T-Ball Mew in the back. So I'm not sure if that would have helped, but it turns out he's actually not even a defensive Togekiss, and we take him out with the Sacred Fire, which is alright. Let's talk about that right now. He's not even a defensive Togekiss. Lopunny literally just cleaned up as soon as we got Rocks up, because an Iron Tail would have taken him out after Rocks. Lopunny literally just won. As soon as we got up Rocks, Lopunny could have 6-0'd his entire team, which is crazy. So if I sacked Mew on like the Galvantula's Bug Buzz after I got up Rocks, we could have just sent out Lopunny and won, which is funny to think about, honestly. We're going to Sacred Fire, take out the Charwai, of course, and but that's crazy to think about. I don't know why Quill didn't bring a defensive Togekiss, but anyways, Extra is going to come in, and it's the moment of truth. It is this bad boy Scarf. Oh, but when did you guess it? We don't have any more PP, and we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle, and because I only had 5 Sacred Fires, I didn't use a PP max or anything, and Nova, my Jenner, he forgot to PP max. This is like the 1 week he forgot to put PP max on all the moves, and it came to bite us in the butt. And we also find out that he's not Jolly Scarf, so he's Adamant Scarf, Mold Breaker, or he's just not Scarfed. So I'm going to go for the Fake Out in case he is like Scarfed and crits us or something. Or we already missed a high jump kick, and then Mew could just Will-O-Wisp and take him out quicker. So in case he's like I don't know. I think the only way he would be able to win is if he's like a sub Sandstorm set at this point. But and he'd need us to miss a high jump kick and then set up Sand, and then it'd just be crazy. But anyways, turns out he's Scarfed, so he's probably Adamant Scarfed. Or maybe just not max speed Scarfed, and we're gonna high jump kick. We're gonna connect. Thankfully, if we missed, that would have sucked. And we're gonna beat Quill in a 2-0 fashion. It could have been a 3-0, but Sacred Fire it doesn't always work. It doesn't always. I mean, it worked, but we didn't have enough PP. So that's gonna be the end of the match. I really did enjoy that match. It was a really fun match, and so let's talk about the match. So we win. Our current record is now 5-0. I believe we did clinch a playoff spot. I'm just opening up tabs. What am I doing? I believe we clinched a playoffs spot now, which is cool. 5 weeks in, clinched the playoff spot. Oh yeah. Good game, Quill. I really enjoyed that match. It was a really fast match. It was only like 26 minutes, I believe, was the match. So it was a really short match. It was like 20-something turns too. So it was a quick match. I thought we were gonna lose after the T-Tar set up 2 DDs on my face. I had to put my thinking cap on, and somehow came through. I didn't risk. I mean, I don't know. T-Tar's like that really scared me. I could have just sacked Mew and then gone Avlug and Toxic, and then Fake Out. Toxic damage would be a lot of damage for him, and it would probably take him out. But we'd have to land a Toxic, and it just I'd rather get the guaranteed Rock Helmet damages of the Crunch. And I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyways, that's gonna end the match. Things that I have to say about the match, I don't know. Like I said, early game, it was kind of like. It's kind of even, I'd say, until T-Tar came in, and then it was definitely Quill. And then if Quill predicted everything, like all the swaps, and went for like Crunch as I swapped and Superpower on the Lopunny and stuff like that, I think Quill probably could have won it, but it would have been like crazy to predict all that. Actually, even if he did predict all that, I'm not even sure if he would have been able to still win, because Scarf Entei just put in a lot of work, and I don't know. I'm not sure. It would have been a much closer match, of course, though. But I still think we would have been able to win. but just because Lopunny just destroyed his team. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the match, and let me know what you guys thought about the match in the comment section down below. I enjoyed the match. I had fun with it. Next week, we're taking on Jim in the aka Potato Gym, and the Meath Mammal Swines, which is going to be a fun match. Jim's been doing pretty good lately, so it's going to be a really fun match. And, yeah, I don't know what else I need to say. Check out Quill's channel if you haven't already. Quill's an awesome guy. Be sure to check out the TBU channel. I said the TBU because I want. Check out Let TBU channel and YouTube's channel and all that, Twitch, all that good stuff, Twitter, blah blah blah. You guys know all that stuff, and that's kind of everything. Sorry for this being so late once again. I apologize. It's been really busy, and yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. And until next time, have a nice trip. Yeah, that was so bad.